Porsha. Porsha. Do you know that you on camera, girl? Do you know that we can see you? Do you know that we can hear you, we can see you? Do you know that the conversations that you have can and will be used against you in a court of public opinion? Ma'am. Okay, let me start from the beginning. I just got through watching Real Housewives of Atlanta. I have feelings. My name is Tiff and I'm in a tiff. Okay? I have feelings. Bravo, Andy. Bravo. Woo! Strong J. Strong J. Because this is messy and foul. And y'all snuck it in there in the preview. You set it up so... Y'all been setting this shit up for episodes. And then you snuck it in during the previews of episode 11. Porsha, this whole season... You've been acting like Kandi just been gossiping about you and gossiping, mess and fodder and talking shit that she don't know just because she hating and she not really concerned. It's not coming from a genuine place. You know what I'm saying? She giving you advice that she would give anybody. Porsha, let's start from the beginning. Let's start at Todd's birthday party. Porsha, we know that you down with the shits. We know that you trained to go. We know that you don't have no problem fighting. So you want to convince me, a viewer that's been watching you on the show since you've been on the show. I have watched you drag Kenya Moore by the edges and then fall out on stage kicking and screaming about how I embarrassed myself. Now she deserved it. She deserved it. Because you can't do that with things and objects in people's faces. You can't do that. She deserved it. But girl, you dragged her and then you fell on the ground and made it about you. You ain't as dumb as everybody think you are. People think that you pretty and dumb. And sometimes you do dumb things and you say dumb things, but you ain't really all that. You be knowing what the fuck you be doing, bro, because you knew what you was doing in that situation. We seen you get into it with Cynthia. You got into it with Cynthia. Of all people. Cynthia, who don't even have as like confrontation, had to kick you in the stomach. And you fought Jamie, the girl that we speaking of in this episode. So you want to convince me and the other viewers who've been watching you that you, from across the room, you said, I saw people, they were taking pictures and they was having fun, and then I looked over. That lets me know that y'all got separated in the party. So you looked over and you saw your man talking to somebody that you have had a fight with another female standing next to him. You put two and two together and you want to convince me that you went over there like, why y'all over here? Y'all need to get over here. And then when they left, you followed them behind them like, no, what was said? Don't walk off. You want to convince that was it? I'm not convinced, Porsha. I'm not convinced. On this episode, you proved yourself. You proved my point with how you was talking to Kandi at the end of the episode. But let's go to the beginning. When you told your sister that you walked up behind the girl, told your sister that you seen the shit you didn't like to see, you approached the situation, they walked off, and you walked behind them. Like, nah, don't walk off now. What the fuck was going on? That was the energy that you was on, Porsha. And you were pregnant, and you knew you were pregnant, and nobody else knew that you were pregnant. So the fact that you woke up the next morning hurting is null and void, because you knew that you was pregnant, but whatever. We'll roll with it. You told your sister that. Fast forward to you talking to Cynthia and Nene and Marlo and Shamia, and you left that shit out of that part of the story. You didn't say nothing about that. Nothing about that. You want to concentrate on the fact that Kandi didn't call you after the party. You don't want to focus on what happened at the party. You want to concentrate on the fact that she didn't call you after the party. Porsha. So you lied. That's number one. That's foul. I want to know what happened between you and Kandi. Because Porsha, y'all used to be cool. Y'all used to be cool when you was first on the show. She invited you in. You did her play. She supported you with the radio show. Y'all was good. We left, we came back, and you was throwing shade, and suddenly there's this rumor about rape and a sex dungeon. What happened? Amy, I cannot believe that on top of the fact that you lied to Nene and them, and you painted that story a whole totally different way, on top of that, we find out that in next week's episode, oh, you didn't stop talking to the person that you were supposed to stop talking to, and that affected my trust. Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that this whole time, all of the times that you've been around these girls and everybody's been painting it like Kandi is just being messy and she's talking out of nowhere when she's really talking about the drama that's going on in the streets because you and your nigga hooked up on some hoe shit. Y'all hooked up on some hoe shit. You did. That's why y'all love each other so much, because y'all are hoes. And hoes and addicts, y'all have the same type of love, because you a hoe. You know that they're a hoe. You an addict. You know that they an addict. So y'all love each other. Y'all see each other. Y'all feel each other. You understand each other. And for whatever reason, you didn't want to be real about that in the streets. But I cannot believe that all these times that you just sat in front of this girl, oh, you was having conversations about my man and you didn't come back and say anything to me. The shit that she was talking about was true. Why you couldn't just keep it real when you was in her face? Like, yes, Kandi, this is what the tea is. Blase skippy blam. I don't need you to be concerned. I got me. I appreciate the concern, though. You know what I'm saying? I recognize that we working back on being friends, working on our friendship. I appreciate you for looking out for me, but I got this. This is the tea. Maybe y'all didn't do it because it's TV. Maybe because it's a reality show. And you know, we wouldn't get these 10 episodes, but people have been talking about how boring it is. So maybe I could just cut the episode short. We don't need to have 43 episodes of Real Housewives. We could have got to this tea in episode 3. But y'all drug. Whew. This is why I'm so stressed out. Because I could like this whole time. You could have kept it real in the truck. I mean, in the van, in the bus. When Nene messy ass brought the question up, you could have kept it real then, but you didn't. You could have kept it real when you sat down with the girl. You alluded to it in your confessionals. You said that, when people ask, I'm not going to give you, the exact. You alluded to it, girl. What is the tea about you and Kandi? That's what I want to get to. I want to get to the bottom of it. Because it don't make no sense how all of a sudden you throwing shade at this girl and y'all arguing and y'all bickering and shit. Kandi knows some tea. Kandi know your tea. Kandi knows some true Lipton citrus green tea about you. And you feel some type of way about it. It don't make no sense. She knows Phaedra's. I feel like she knows Nene's too. Because it doesn't make sense that Kandi has been the favorite and all of a sudden these past couple of seasons it's been throw Kandi under the bus. And I knew that something was suspect because the way that it's being edited, you can tell when it's being edited, you can tell like the theme of the season or what it's going to be. So this season, okay, the theme is the big messes between you and Porsha, Kandi and Porsha. It makes sense from a reality TV show standpoint. From the viewer standpoint, from my perspective, it's like, why they shooting? Why are we painting this story about Kandi? This is suspect. What is the tea? What's really going on? I feel like Nene doesn't want Kandi around. I feel like Nene wants to come back in and be the head honcho, and Kandi is in the way because she's the show favorite. Even though people love her, the same amount of people that love her hate her. So you can get what they need for this reality TV show, and I feel like it's some suspect shit going on because Nene threw her under the bus. Oh well, this shit starts from the head. Kandi told the same story that Porsha told. Porsha's story just had Dennis's little sugar sprinkled on it, but it was essentially the same story. I saw my ex. There was an exchange of whatever. Porsha did not like that shit. She was aggressive. The girl walked away. She followed behind her. It's been the same story. I can't believe the show got me in my feelings. I ain't even watched like the 3 episodes before this. I watched the first couple of episodes, maybe first 5, 6. No, maybe 5. Because this is episode, 10? See, I think I watched the first 5 or 6 episodes. This is some good tea. Y'all on to something, but Porsha, that's foul. Don't do that. And then you had the nerve to call that girl fake. How was she fake? You knew the whole time. You knew that the mess that you was confronting her about, having these conversations around everybody without coming to have the conversation with you yourself, you knew that that was based on real shit. And you have let this girl get painted this way. You've been throwing her under the bus the whole time. That is foul. How messy. Ugh. Anyway, those are my feelings. Porsha, that shit is foul. Don't do that.